Okay, everybody, it's me. Sorry, I'm laughing. Gregory Mannarino. Yeah, me again. Friday, November 27, 2020. Wouldn't you know it? Another all-time record high for the NASDAQ. Stocks finished higher again today. And yes, a new record high. Now, how many of you out here, with a show of hands, are surprised that we got yet another record high today? Put your hand down. Put it down. Because if you follow this blog, well, you knew it was coming, and we're not done. I've been saying the same thing over and over and over again. It's not going to stop anytime soon. So please, those of you that are listening to those other YouTube channels that are telling you the market's going to crash tomorrow, go short this market, whatever it might be, go stay over there. If you're getting a little rise out of it, it's not going to help you in this environment, and I want to help you. Okay, so with that said, let's talk about a couple of other things. Cryptocurrencies fell under pressure. Gold fell under pressure. Silver fell under pressure. Crude oil fell under pressure, and the dollar fell under pressure. Yeah, pretty much everything except the stock market. 10-year yield did drop as well, 0.84. What's the takeaway from, let's see, a pan commodity sell-off? Although gold and silver are not commodities. I mean, these are real money. We all know that. But okay, I'll kind of group it all together here. What's the takeaway here? Buy the dip when it comes, if it comes, period, the end. Just like everything else that we're looking at here, this drop in the price of cryptocurrency prices, it's a gift. It's a gift, in my opinion. You can have yours. But the gains I've made on my cryptocurrencies are pretty freaking staggering, being that I've been telling you to buy these things for a very long time, multiples lower than their current price action. With regard to gold and silver, again, I don't care what they want to do. I don't care at all what they want to do. They're going to play their game. They're going to. No one is going to stop JP Morgan from yanking the chain on gold and silver anytime they want to. Sure, they will get caught yet again, along with other banks who'll get caught red-handed rigging the metals market and everything else, and nothing will happen. They'll pay a fine, which is already baked into the cake. You understand? When these banks rig the market and then they pay a fine, it's already priced in as the cost of doing business. So they pay a fine of X and they made X, Y, Z. And who loses here? Well, not me or you, especially when it comes to gold or silver. That's why I tell you, don't even complain about it. I know a lot of you are frustrated. Believe me, I hear from you every day. Greg, I'm so angry. I hate this. It doesn't make sense to me. They're inflating the debt, and gold and silver continue to fall under pressure. We got this hit to cryptocurrencies. Oh, I don't understand it. Look, like I said, this is a long game for those of us that understand why freaking why we are holding hard assets here. They're determined to kill the dollar in its current form. They're determined to kill the dollar in its current form. Everyone knows that too. Trillions of dollars in debt are coming down the pike. Trillions, not billions, not tens of billions, trillions. We haven't seen anything yet, period. The end. You all know that. So you want to stay in the dollar here? What do you want to do? Does it make sense to you that you should be looking at dollar alternatives? Yeah. If you have a brain that's kind of working a little bit, it would make perfect sense to you at that particular time. But again, for the long game, I don't care what they do. I don't care when they do it. I don't care at all. And neither should you. If you're a stacker, if you're a real stacker, you know why you're stacking metals. If you're someone that's holding cryptocurrencies, you know why you're doing that too. If you're trading this market, You're probably amazed at the current gains that you put on this year so far just following my newsletter, which is 100% free to anyone who wants to do it. There is a link in the description of this video. And I can promise you that we're not done. We are not done at all. We're going to take advantage of this market from every angle possible. And there's just no stopping us. So we have it all figured out. It's pretty straightforward, I think. At least I would hope so. Understanding the current environment we are in, and the bigger picture, that this is a global takeover of the world, central banks of the world. They're taking over the world. It's not science fiction. It's actually happening. The United States of America, we are the largest debtor nation in the history of the world. There's never been anything like it seen before, and it's about to get much worse. Understanding that our debts and deficits continue to balloon with no end in sight, zero. Understanding that absolutely epic amounts of debt are going to be piled on to the debt monster that we have right now, that rates are going to be suppressed from here to eternity. I know there's talk out here, the Fed's going to start, raising rates in 2024. No, maybe 2026. How about never? It's not going to happen. The mechanism here has worked very well. The middle class has been robbed blind of trillions of dollars in realized wealth via the suppression of rates. Their interest earning accounts have been decimated, earning interest less than the actual rate of inflation. And this has indeed reinflated a stock market bubble on an epic scale. And the stock market has no bearing on reality. It's a bubble. It's a frightening monster. That's really what it is. But understanding the mechanism here should take away some of your anxiety if you are a stock investor or a stock trader. You understand? For traders, this is it. As an investor in the market, I don't have a single, not one, core position right now. I closed all my core positions a while back. I said I would consider reopening some core positions if the 10-year yield got above 1%. We're not there yet. And what would I buy? What would Greg buy if, let's say, the 10-year yield got above 1%? I would buy large cap, high dividend paying stocks. And then I would just forget about it. I would just buy these things and I would forget really about the investments and I would collect the dividends. That's really what I'd be looking to do. You understand? It's a pretty neat strategy on top of trading the market, on top of acquiring precious metals, on top of getting my hands on more cryptocurrencies. You understand? This whole thing is a mosaic. You put this all together, like I know there's a lot of you out here who are like all in on one asset. That's not me. I am pretty much diversified across the spectrum of things. I own real estate too. I own a classic car. I own old guitars, pieces of artwork, a lot of things. And that's kind of, I guess, what keeps me sane in this twisted environment, I guess. Look, in the grand scheme of things, if we end up in a worst case scenario, like a pandemonium, which I think that's what they want to do, it does make sense to me that they want to create, what they're doing now, massive amounts of fear, further indoctrinating people into believing that, they're doing all this for our own good. No, it's a method of control, okay? And this method of control is going to get much, much worse. There's no doubt about it. These are the opening salvos here. I believe sincerely they're going to create pandemonium in the streets. We're going to have a crisis of the currency, a crisis of debt that is going to make the last meltdown look like a walk through Central Park eating an ice cream cone. It's going to be like nothing we've ever seen before, an epic market crash. And all it's going to do is transfer wealth from one group of people to another. And that's it. And me, and my lions, we will be on the right side of that. There is no doubt about it. This is essentially why I developed my new trading system. For those of you that follow my work or one of my lions that subscribe to my free newsletter, you know I trade one asset now. One. Ticker SPY, the exchange traded fund that tracks the S&P 500. I'm going to ride it up and I'm going to ride it down. Okay, this is what we are going to do, period, the end. Instead of jumping into all these different stocks, which I did for a very long time, for all of you, we ripped this market's face off. Now we're in one, and we're going to stay in that one, and we're going to ride it up and down and up and down. While at the same time, we are going to be acquiring precious metals, more of them, specifically silver, cryptocurrencies, all the big ones. I like them all. And trading this market. That's basically the game plan. It's very simple. It's very straightforward and deadly effective. Okay. With that said, it's Friday, people. It's the end of the week. It was a weird week having yesterday off. Nice though, for me at least, to get a day off from this. Sometimes I got to get my head out of this market, although it's nearly impossible. I mean, there's probably not a moment of the day that I'm not thinking about the market or trying to learn more about the market, trying to understand what's going on to a greater degree. And I feel like it's a massive responsibility because I have a lot of people that follow this blog all over the world. So I must get it right for you and for myself, quite obviously. All right, look, with that said, again, it's Friday, people. I'm going to leave you off with my favorite three things. You know what they are if you follow my blog or my work for any length of time, right? Every Friday, the same thing. So let's get with the program. Are you ready? Love each other, care about each other, and be charitable. People, please share the video. I will see all of you Sunday for my markets, a look ahead, and it's going to be just lovely. You know that. I'll see you then.